This video is brought to you in part by CardBrawlers.com. Remember, click the link in the description below if you guys wish to save 5% off of your trading card purchases. They have lots of deals going on, they have lots of events, you can pre-order all the newest upcoming products. So, what are you guys waiting for? Want to save money today? Then go click the link in the description below, and don't forget to leave a sub while you're at it. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, Collector Kel coming to you guys with a different type of video than a Wi-Fi battle video today. So today we'll be talking about EV training. Now, EV training and IV training are substantial factors when it comes to making competitive ready Pokemon. Now, IVs are a value that are hidden within the Pokemon, but luckily we have a judge function that allows you to see exactly how good your IVs are, as well as a feature that shows you what stats you have trained up your EVs in. As for an example, you need to go to your boxes. Now, to unlock these features, you do need to beat the game, so that's the thing. So if we take a Pokemon, for example, let's try Wo-Shen, which I got wrong in my last game, because I think I named him Chen Pao. Anyways, so we look at it, it says we are a plus special attack nature and a minus attack nature. Okay, so that means when you're leveling this Pokemon, it'll gain more in special defense and less than attack than any other stat. Now, that is super beneficial for us. And if we go here... Why did it do that? Anyways. If we go to our Pokemon, for example, and we want to look at EVs. So we have trained our Pokemon in 100% special attack and 100% HP. So that means we have 252 points in special attack, 252 points in HP, which is the maximum we can have in a stat. We also have +4 in our defense, which are the last remaining stats. Now, what does that mean? It means that its special attack stat and HP stat will be its highest stat. Well, not necessarily its highest stat, but the highest stat gained when leveling. So when you level, you generally gain 2 to 3 per stat, but a lot of time, if you max out a stat with EVs, it'll gain 4 to 5 per stat. And if we go back to this, and then we click the... I do not know why it is not letting me click the... There we go. So, we have... This is our IV counter. So what it shows is best means you cannot possibly get any better in that stat. That Pokemon now has the highest stat possible that it can get, meaning it's perfect in said stat. Hyper trained is the same. Now people don't like to hyper train their Pokemon because they act like it's not real stats and this and that. But here's the thing, when you put a Pokemon into home and transfer it into a game, the hyper trained stat stays hyper trained. I think a lot of people forget that those stats do stay. They're not temporary. They're not just for the game they're in. They're for any game that has hyper training. So all the way back in Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, BDSP, and now Scarlet and Violet, all Pokemon they transfer between those 4 games, or those 4 generation series, whatever you want to call them, all have their hyper trained stats still there. Now we don't have access to home yet here, so you won't see any that are hyper-trained from previous games in this game yet. But, now see my attack stat? It says decent. That means it's mediocre, it's trash, but it's also the one stat that we do not need any stat in. Because we are a minus attack nature, so we do not care about that. Now, how do we boost these items? Or boost these stats with items? Well, if we go to our bag, and we go to these items, now we have them all sorted, so we just have to go down. Oh, okay. So before we go over those items, there are a few items that help boost stats. So you have the vitamins, which you can buy in-game now, or you just find them randomly throughout the game. I haven't used a single one. These are just collections from the ground and stuff. Each of these can increase the stat. You have PP, which doesn't really matter. But you have HP, attack, defense, speed, special attack, special defense. Same with feathers. Feathers are found a lot more commonly along the bodies of water or in raid dens. And then you'll have the mints. The mints are another beneficial one. It'll change your Pokemon's nature to the one that you want. So if you want, let's say, a Great Tusk, but you want it to be adamant and yours is modest, well, you use an adamant mint, boosted stats to switch around to adamant instead of modest, and now it'll gain attack faster, then it'll gain special attack. So that's how mint works. Mints can also be bought at the different Delibird stores as well as in raids again. Now, our main item, which are found at all... Stay tuned in the video for a chance to win this shiny little mouse. So our next item are the power items. These will boost your stat by 8 points every time you defeat a Pokemon. Now, you have one for each stat, and you can train up to 6 Pokemon per one time. Now, what I recommend for training before we get into the whole where to find the Pokemon with certain EVs, like which ones give you more EVs and where the best spots to farm said EVs are, I really recommend training 6 Pokemon at a time that all use the same stats. So if you want fast physical sweepers, then grab 6 fast physical sweepers, put them on your team, and then train them in attack and speed, or all specially defensive mons, all physically defensive mons, all specially offensive mons, or mixed mons, You put them all together and train them at the same time so you can get the, most bang for your time. Now, these will increase by 8 points. Now, a Pokemon naturally gives you 1 to 3 IVs, or not IVs, 1 to 3 EVs per defeated Mon. Now, normally pre-evolutions, baby Pokemon like Meowth in the background, for example, will grant you 1 EV. Now, middle evolution Pokemon like that Fletchinder or Pokemon like Dedenne that only have 1 form generally grant 2 EVs. Fully evolved Pokemon or just higher stat total Pokemon will generally grant 3 EVs. Now, that's where some of these are really, really good spots to farm. Now, I will meet you guys at each location and tell you guys which ones give you the best stats for each, or the best EVs for each stat. Okay, so our first stat we're going to be looking at is Special Attack. Now, Special Attack is a pretty easy one because you go to the town of Cortando, where all the farmland is, and there's actually 2 Pokemon you can farm off of here. You can find the Smolivs, which grant 1 Special Attack EV, or if you have the item on, you get 9. Now, if you search around the area just a wee bit more, and go out to the grass, just over yonder, we will find another Pokemon that also grants you Special Attack EVs. I highly recommend going up the hill a little bit, though, because the Pokemon there's lots of large groups of Smoliv around. It's also a good place to farm shiny Smoliv. But you will also find these Pokemon, Mareep. Now, they're more common during the day, but you can find them at night. Smoliv are the easiest ones to find because they usually cluster in big groups. But there will be Mareep around here too, which also grants you 1 Special Attack EVs. Now, I will meet you guys where we can find the HP, speed, attack, yada yada yada. If you made it this far into the video, you should know that I'm giving away a shiny Marill to 1 lucky viewer. Now, just comment if you want to win this Pokemon, and once we hit the 10 sub goal for this week, it could be yours. All you have to do is comment why you want it, what you love about it, what your favorite shiny Pokemon is, anything. Just notifying that you guys want to be entered in. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy it. Alright, so our next area that we want to go to for the speed stat is North Province Area 3. Why I say this is because you can find Kilowattrel. These guys provide 3 EVs in speed. If I'm mistaken, it's 2. Regardless, it's between 2 to 3. You can also find Buizel that spawn around here, Floatzel that spawn around here, and sometimes the baby form of Kilowattrel, which all grant speed EVs. You have 1 speed EV on Buizel, 2 speed EV on Floatzel, and 2 to 3 on Kilowattrel. This is my favorite spot, and if you're training a speedy attacker, well, guess what? Gyarados grants 3 attack EVs too, so it's a wham wham, thank you ma'am situation. I will now meet you guys at the next location, or if this is the last location, then at the end of the video. Alright, so where to train HP? Well, HP is actually a very easy one, because there are a bunch of Pokemon at the very beginning of the game that grant you HP. You can find Azurill, Lechonk, and guess what? Paldean and Wooper, which are all HP and are all found at the very beginning of the game. All you have to do is take a very casual stroll from your house north, and boom. You can find a bunch of Pokemon, like look at the Lechonks just chilling around. You can also use sandwiches to increase the chances of finding the ones that you need. You can also find Meryl just up the street too. That's another one that can drop it. This entire route is just filled to the brim with Pokemon that you need. Now, mine's a little shallow right now because I do believe I ended up defeating most of the Pokemon last night while looking for certain ones, and I don't think things have fully reset, but this route is a great one. There's Paldean Wooper, for example. Boom. It's also a great place to shiny hunt the beginning Pokemon if you don't already have some. And then you even got HP on those guys. Oh, also, another tip for those who own Pokemon Scarlet over Pokemon Violet, Screamtail provides 3 HP EVs. So it's a great place to go down to Area 0 and farm them. I'm not going to show it off because it's not really that substantial to this video. So it's just a bonus one if you're Pokemon Scarlet. Anyways, I will see you guys at the next one, or if this is the last one, the last one. Alright, so the next area we're going to look at is, once again, Area 1 or Poko Path or any of them, because Scatterbug and Tarantula also give you defense EVs. Yes. Why Scatterbug gives you defense EVs, I am not entirely sure, but these little round guys are great for getting your defense EVs. Did I say IV again? You should always know by this point I mean EV. I don't know why. I know exactly what I mean. Also, if you have trouble getting them out of a tree and you're not very good at throwing Pokeballs, well, you can also just ram the tree with your mount, and they should fall down. Boom. There's your free defense EV Pokemon. I will see you guys at the next one. Alright, the next area will be the South Province. Specifically, I like Area 3 or Area 5 because they give you attack. Now, Shinx swarm in groups and they all give you 1 attack EV. Another good place is any cave or any ridge that generally has Yungoos or Gumshoos, which also yield attack EVs. Attack and special attack, in my opinion, and honestly probably speed, are the easiest ones to farm because there's so many great areas and locations. See, even on the little radar, you can see that Yungoos can also spawn here. 2 Pokemon in an immediate area that give attack EVs. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Now, the next and final area that we have to look at is for special defense. And now, South Area 3... I believe I'm in North Province Area 3. I was thinking of another one. Is where we can find Floette. But since it's stormy and rainy, you can't find them because them and a lot of other Pokemon only come out during other weather. Now, Floette is a great one because it's 2 instead of 1. Or an alternative is you just go to Area 0 and farm the exact same Pokemon because they're in huge clusters everywhere there except for the cave. You can also go there for special attack on Girafarig. You can also go there for attack on Pokemon like Great Tusk or Iron Hands if you're playing version exclusives. And that pretty much sums it up. Tell me what you guys come up with for faster strategies, or what you guys plan on training for your competitive teams, or just for your fun Wi-Fi battles. Remember, check out my Discord for Wi-Fi battles. I will be looking for them generally every week. I try to not do them on weekends because it's easier that way, but during the weeknights, look for battles. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the EV guide, and I will see you guys all next time for another exciting Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. KK! Just a quick reminder, if you guys too want to win a free copy of Pokemon Scarlet or Violet once we hit 700 subs, remember to leave a like on all the videos that you're watching, comment the answer to the question of the day on every video for a chance to be entered in, and just enjoy the content. Once we hit 700 subs, you could win a copy. You get to pick which copy you want, but we have to make it to 700 subs. Once we hit that, we will be giving away a game. Now enjoy these beautiful Paradox Pokemon.